What does Dechala gain from Boons of Slaanesh? This won't be a long segment, but these boons are not available outside the Tormentors, Decala's faction, and directly involve Thralls. Think of them like fanatical worshippers. The figures I'm about to quote are without an early technology in the Dechala-specific part of the tech tree, which increases duration by 2 turns and reduces Thrall expenditure by 30%. Note that, yes, this locks you into a specific boon longer. The big guy doesn't swap his boons early. No takebacks. By default, all boons last for 5 turns, 7 with that tech. For 125 Thralls, a Spur of Eagerness grants character and unit experience gain plus 50% for the duration. Dechala already gives plus 10% experience to all characters, and despite stealing 10% from Lords, if she has a 3rd and a 4th army winning fights around the map, she'll hit rank 50 in no time. But these boons can be done in any army in the Tormentors. Oh, did I mention that yet? So, if you have the Thralls to burn through, you can supercharge, getting rank up to immortality levels ASAP. For 225 Thralls, a Subtle Encouragement gives the given army plus 50% ambush success chance, and, regardless of ambush, with no conditions whatsoever, stalk for the entire army. For 350 Thralls, a Keen Enticement provides armor-piercing melee damage, plus 4 for the entire army, and Wayfarer to the entire army. While Wayfarer provides Strider, and the entire Slaanesh roster should have Strider, it's not as if you're forbidden from getting vassals or other allies, and then their units would get Strider too. Wayfarer's other benefits are to triple the usual acceleration and deceleration, which is going to be more noticeable the larger, heavier, and faster a given unit is, so a bigger deal with cavalry and so on overall. So on that note, wait, this gives me army-wide stock on demand! You're serious! No, the others are good too, but I want to point out, in advance of a serious video on it, Tormentors Tributes includes a unique enchanted item any hero or lord can equip that slaps good stock on the wielder full time, but also enables stalking stance for that given army. And while you can only get one in current game, you can hot swap items to other armies instantly. So the army with the greatest need can get stalking stance, the squeaky wheel getting the grease. And then, instant plus 50% ambush success chance, and offensive ambush capability. Even without that, bait lords or just normal play can potentially get you pretty far with this. Stalk can do weird things on the battlefield, but it also helps you take cities with somewhat less grief, if you play well. At least it helps avoid the deadly gate bug. The top value, that plus 4 armor piercing, means that a basic Marauder Spears unit doing 5 AP per poke now does 9 AP per poke. That's the most extreme example, but the way that they've balanced things currently, the mortal roster, save some heroes and often very particular amounts, are base tilted. Raising the armor-piercing side of their damage makes them much killier. By itself, it basically removes the biggest weakness of a Hellscourge unit. Anything that did armor-piercing anyway is going to simply do more. Demonettes get a tech to add plus 3 AP damage to them for each and every entity below, and I think that's considered strong. And this boon doesn't discriminate. Of course, it's far more impactful on large entity units than single entities, but those benefit more from Wayfarer, I wager. That's it for boons. I wanted to make sure this came up separately because, not kidding, every few weeks or months, a new person comments on my Ikat Workshop video, dropping their jaws over never having scrolled down to see the Poisoned Wind Border section, etc. If you didn't specifically know it was there, you might miss this, and that would be a shame, because in the big picture, even the default costs aren't that bad. Losing an army is one of the worst setbacks you can have in this game, so putting a thumb on the scale is well worth the price. Take care, and when stalking, do remember, if everything is behind the enemy, nothing is, because they'll turn around. Pincer maneuvers for the win.